Hello and welcome back to the Most Dangerous Podcast, the podcast that explores weird and wonderful and strange things that have happened in the past and sometimes in the future. I'm James and Fraser is on that side of me today. And how's it going, Fraser?
I'm okay, yeah, good since we last spoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. A busy week, as you've mentioned. I'm going on holiday next week, so anyone
yeah.
that's self-employed, holiday is like your worst fucking nightmare because you've got to do 3 times as much work to get the money in before you go away, and then you got to make sure that when you go away, no shit goes down, you don't get phone calls and stuff. So
Yeah, I suppose. How does that work then? Do you not have any support or anyone that can kind of just at least respond to emails while you're away, or is it just you?
it's just me. So I usually the rule is I check the emails first thing in the morning and late at night before I go to bed, and
Just
just
in case there's
respond to them.
anything going down.
Yeah, people can't phone me, stuff like that. I've just got a message saying WhatsApp me or email you. I'll come back to you when I can be arsed.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Everyone needs a holiday. I think that's only fair. So enjoy yourself. I think. We won't mention. We might have to miss a pod, but I won't mention that now. We'll see what we can do. Just purely because it's that time of year, isn't it? Everyone's away and stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm okay. Not been busy. I've done my holidays. I did my holiday back in April, so I've got nothing over the summer. So it went early this year. So yeah, a bit boring. I mean, I would like to go away. Maybe go away in October or something.
Yeah,
on a bit of sun. Although summer's not been too bad actually this year, has it?
it was lovely until we filled our pool up, and then it went shit.
That's usually the way.
Yeah, so I've used about 4,000 gallons of water for the kids to use it one day, and then it's been too cold since then. So
then you'll empty it, and you'll have another heat wave.
I know.
Right, let's get cracking then, shall we?
Ready to go?
You ready?
Yep.
Strapped in, ready? Okay. So, imagine this. A man walks into the stock market with $800 in his pocket. 2 weeks later, he's sitting on a portfolio worth $350 million. No gradual rise, no lucky guesses, just one perfect trade after another. The authorities think he's a genius until they realize something impossible. He's never lost, not once. When they finally confront him, his explanation isn't just strange, it's unbelievable. I'm from the year 2256, he says. This is the story of Andrew Carlssin, the alleged time traveler who shocked Wall Street.
Wow.
So yeah, into that.
That's incredible. I don't think this world will be here in 2256, to be fair. But
well, that's another question, isn't it? Something completely
too many people that are about to fall out. They've all got. There's too many old guys with their fingers hovering over the buttons.
Yeah. And the people you just think the last people you want hovering over the buttons as well.
I know. Do you know that the last US election, both candidates were older than Bill Clinton is now?
Yeah, I know. I read that. Yeah, that's crazy. And have you seen Bill Clinton now? He looks like he's about to drop dead as well.
But they're like older than the point where they're taking people's driving licenses off them.
Yeah, you need someone young and a bit more sassy, don't you?
Yeah, we're now an ageist podcast.
Yeah, well, it's fair enough, isn't it?
On stocks, this guy that you're about to talk about, have you seen that you can now get AI stock trading apps?
Well, I did that. Well, not really. I did
How
ask
much
for.
Did you lose?
So far I've lost like 25 quid. I put like 200 down. So I did sort of like go onto like sort of various AI platforms and ask what they thought would be the best stocks for me to invest in.
Right.
And I had a spare 200, because no, not really. I just had some. Yeah, no, I didn't have to. It was just some interest that accumulated on the account. I thought I'll just see if I can invest it. And yeah, so far I've lost about 25, 30 quid, I think. Right. So I don't know about AI investing just yet.
But is this you asking AI?
Yeah, I know you can get the platforms where it actually does the trading for you, where it kind of sells when it's high and reinvests when it's low. that's probably something I probably should have done, rather than just like, what's the best thing to invest in now? So,
well, I think it's worth having a wee go at if I ever have a spare £200.
or maybe time travel into the past, like this guy did, and put
Better
it
idea.
and buy some Amazon stock or Bitcoin. Right. Anyway, so it all starts in January 2003. The US Securities and Exchange Commission, which we're going to call the SEC because that's an absolute tongue twister, has a problem. They've been monitoring the trades of a certain Andrew Carlssin. At first, he's just a curiosity. He's a guy out making small and smart investments, but then his moves get bolder and eerily perfect. Carlssin begins placing trades in volatile tech and biotech stocks, the kind that swing wildly and unpredictably. But no matter what the market does, his bets are always right. By the end of 2 weeks, he's transformed $800 into $350 million.
Yeah.
To the SEC, there's only one logical explanation. It's insider trading, like they've never seen before. They bring him in, and this is where it gets really weird.
There's a Stephen King novel, 11/22/63, about a guy that time travels and then he decides if there's one thing that you can do, it's go and stop the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah, there's a TV show about it as well.
Yes, they did the show,
TV
didn't
series.
They?
Yeah,
and
it's good.
He makes money by betting on stuff that he knows the results.
That's right.
And he gets leathered because they're like, shit. No one's right that many times. He doesn't realize that sometimes you got to lose some.
Well, yeah, and it happens in Back to the Future 2 as well, doesn't it? If you remember that film, where Biff gets the book, the almanac, and puts. I mean, this is 2003, so Back to the Future was before this, but I suppose Stephen King was after. But yeah, it's quite a common sort of theme in culture, I suppose, like the idea that you can kind of manipulate or make money and manipulate stocks or betting or whatever because you've got knowledge. I suppose that's why this story itself, as we'll come on to see, is quite appealing and why it's been picked up by popular culture. Excellent. So, as I say, they drag him in, the SEC, and the SEC investigators sit Carlssin down, asking the obvious question, how did you do it? Carlssin just smiles at them. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't lawyer up. Instead, he leans forward and says to them, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'm a time traveler. The room obviously goes still, and the agents sort of look at each other. What? This guy's crazy. And Carlssin explains he's from the year 2256, over 2 centuries in the future. In his time, market movements are historical fact. Just like you'd know who'd won last year's Super Bowl. He didn't need inside tips. He had centuries of data. He claims his mission wasn't even about making money. He says he came back for personal reasons, a phrase he never fully explains. The money was just a side effect. He then makes them an offer. Carlssin tells the SEC, let me go, and I'll tell you things you can't possibly even know. I'll give you information that will change the world. He promises them to reveal the exact date of a US invasion of Iraq, the location of Osama bin Laden, if you remember, this is back in 2003, and a cure for AIDS. All in exchange for either a lighter sentence or preferably his freedom. He also makes one curious request. He says, please don't try and find my identity in your databases because you won't find anything. The investigators are baffled. This isn't the behavior of a typical white-collar criminal. This is the behavior of someone who's untethered from normality. So when the SEC do run his name, they find nothing. No verifiable background. They find no trace of him at all before December 2002. So where did he come from? How did he get here? No one knows.
Did he have any ID with his name on it? Did they know that was his real name?
Nothing.
No, he just said, "This is my name.
This is me." Yeah. Or anything he had was it was from December 2002.
Right.
So even more suspicious when they tried to dig deeper, all they hit was dead ends, outdated addresses, no valid birth certificate, no family ties. It's as if he just simply just appeared out of thin air. So when word of Carlssin's arrest leaked, the story explodes. The tabloids run wild. So time traveler busted on Wall Street. Hang on, I've got a thing for this. Should have done it earlier. I forgot about him. When word of Carlssin's arrest leaks, the story explodes. Tabloids run wild. Time traveler busted on Wall Street. From future with love and a lot of cash. Online forums light up with speculation. Some people laugh it off as a hoax. Others swear it's proof that time travel exists. Radio shows discuss him at length. Conspiracy theorists tie him to secret government projects like Project Pegasus. Some even claim Carlssin's arrest was staged to cover up the truth. Now, there's even a stranger twist to this tale. So weeks later, in March 2003, something stranger even happens. Carlssin is granted bail. It costs a cool $1 million. And this is paid, but nobody knows who's paid it. He didn't pay it. It was paid from some unknown bank account. So Carlssin's released. And he walks out on bail and he completely vanishes.
Wow.
There's no court case. There's no prison sentence. It's literally like he just simply disappeared into thin air.
What about the poor sod that paid his bail?
Well, this is it. It could have been anyone. Perhaps it was someone from the future who came to save him. So the SEC never issued an official follow-up to this. The case just slowly disappeared from the mainstream news, and that was it. And that was the end of the story, pretty much.
Wow.
Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows where he's gone. Nobody knows how he made all his money. And that's it.
So obviously, when you let someone out on bail, you've got to take they'll have had his fingerprints, they'll have had all sorts of stuff. But
that's all irrelevant if he doesn't exist. He doesn't. He's in the records now because they've taken in his records. But
there's always the chance, obviously, if he gets up to anything else, anywhere else, and gets lifted by the police for even a driving violation or something, they check your fingerprints in America. So you'd have to live like the squeakiest clean life ever.
Exactly. So he's never. So in 25 years, he's not been picked up at all.
And then also, if he's got 350 million, it was 350 million.
Yeah.
In stocks and shares, at some stage he's going to withdraw that and spend it and do something with it, buy a house or,
he's got to use it, hasn't he?
Turn up somewhere. That's what's weird about it.
Okay.
Do you know I got asked about the burglary of my own office?
Really? Yeah.
Because my house got burgled. Do you remember my bungalow got burgled? And then 3 weeks later, my office got burgled, but I'd been off for 3 days. I was away.
Yeah.
And they found my fingerprints at the scene of the crime because they took my fingerprints from my bungalow getting burgled.
Oh, I see, right, yeah.
But then they found my fingerprints in Bumpers Lane, and they took everyone's fingerprints that were in there, and they were like, "Oh, we've got prints all over this desk that don't match any of you guys." Ran them through the file, and they were like, "Oh, it's Fraser." And I was like, "That's my fucking desk. Of course my fingerprints are there." Idiots. Anyway.
Okay, so it's not quite the end of the story. You can probably imagine. But here's just another photo of Mr. Carlssin under arrest there. Looking like he's missed a few days' sleep.
Yeah. I like time traveling.
Yeah, it does take it out of you, apparently. So, Andrew Carlssin, it's a modern myth. It intertwines with the tantalizing concepts of time travel, insider knowledge, and financial fortune, emerging from the shadows of tabloid sensationalism. This enigmatic figure is said to have made an impossible fortune through a series of high-risk, high-reward stock trades, only to later confess to the authorities that he was a time traveler from the future. His story captivates because it touches on the fundamental human desire, the wish to glimpse into the future, the allure of unlimited wealth, and the mystery of forbidden knowledge, like we said before, about time travel. There's been so many stories about time travel and finding your fortune because of that, or finding out things that you're not supposed to know. Despite the popularity of the tale, a deeper look reveals a complex tapestry of media fabrication, cultural fascination, and psychological appeal. It's the story of the fine line between myth and reality in modern storytelling, and how such narratives endure and evolve within society. And I think, to be honest, it's even though this was back in 2003, it's quite fitting, really, how it fits into today's society, where some people almost believe what they read, everything that they read, and everything that they see, particularly with AI, and it's increasing trajectory into our everyday lives. So, despite originating in a satirical tabloid, the Andrew Carlssin story quickly transcended in its dubious roots, spreading widely across the internet into various cultural arenas. The story of Andrew Carlssin found fertile ground online, particularly in forums dedicated to conspiracy theories, paranormal investigations, and speculative fiction. The internet's decentralized nature allowed rapid sharing and discussions without rigorous fact checking, like it still does. Platforms like Reddit, message boards, I suppose Twitter wasn't about then, blogs, they all amplified the tale, with many readers debating the authenticity of Carlson's claims, and some that embraced it as plausible evidence of time travel and things like that. Well, others just dismissed it as it was just an article for entertainment or a hoax. The story's viral nature contributed to its endurance in popular consciousness. And while mainstream media outlets largely ignored or dismissed the story due to lack of evidence, the narrative occasionally appeared in documentaries, podcasts such as this one, and television programs exploring unexplained mysteries or time travel. Its compelling elements, such as mysterious wealth or government involvement or futuristic secrets, fit well within popular culture's fascination with conspiracy and science fiction. The tale has inspired fictional adaptations and has become a reference point in discussions about the possibility of time travelers among us. So you're probably asking, well, or not, you're probably tired because we've been doing this a while. So where did the story actually come from? So the public reaction ranged from enthusiastic belief to outright skepticism. From believers, Carlssin represented hope that the future could be accessed or influenced, offering a sense of wonder and possibility. Skeptics emphasized critical thinking and the importance of verifying extraordinary claims. They view the story as a cautionary example of how misinformation can spread when media literacy is lacking. The division highlights broader societal tensions between rational inquiry and the allure of mystery. The story of Andrew Carlssin, whilst fascinating, is met with significant skepticism. The story of Andrew Carlssin, whilst fascinating, is met with significant skepticism from journalists, scientists, and critical thinkers. For example, there's actually no credible evidence that supports Carlssin's existence. There's no legal records. There's no arrest reports. There's no verified testimonies. The
I was
SEC
going to ask that. So there's like nothing.
no.
If someone's arrested and there's $1 million bail, then it's got to be
Exactly.
something on record.
All you've got is these articles. So
Right.
yeah, the SEC never acknowledged the case. There's no financial data that collaborates with these trades. You know, it all should be logged, I believe. You know, you have to, if you're trading big money on the stock exchange, I'm sure, I don't know what it was like sort of 20 odd years ago. I mean, there's been a lot of corruption since then.
Well,
but I'd imagine it'd have to be
2003, roughly, I sold my house and I bought premium bonds. And I basically had to give my birth certificate and everything for money laundering rules
you have
just
to
to buy
declare it.
20 grand's worth of premium bonds. I had to
Yeah,
prove exactly who I was and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I imagine it's a lot stricter now, but even then there was certain regulations or strict regulations. So there's no record of any of this at all anywhere. And you've got to, well, I didn't mention this before, perhaps I should have. The original story was first published in the Weekly World News. I don't know if you've ever come across the Weekly World News before.
No.
Okay. You probably will have. It's the American equivalent of like the Sun.
Right.
But it's worse. Where, well, you can't get much worse than the Sun, but you know it's more fantastical, and they'll like publish stories about like Jennifer Lopez being abducted by aliens and things like that.
Like the Daily Sport.
Yeah, but more people. It's like a comic though, so it's got artistic license just to write whatever the fuck it pleases.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like really wild stories. Well, I suppose the sport does as well, doesn't it, to a degree?
Yeah.
But it's quite similar to that. So that's where this story was first published. It's a publication known for its satire, its fictional stories. So it strongly indicates that this tale was fabricated just purely for entertainment purposes. The paper's got a history, as I say, for publishing outrageous stories. So this just completely undermines this tale. You've also got, like, I suppose it's a bit difficult, this one, but there's this statistical impossibility. I mean, the claim that Carlssin made 126 high-risk trades consecutively. Put my teeth in. The claim that Carlssin made 120 successful high-risk trades in succession defies statistical likelihood. Even in efficient markets, a perfect prediction of stock performance is pretty much unattainable. I mean, I suppose the argument there is, well, he's from the future. He knew what the stocks were going to do, but nevertheless, it's just almost impossible to do that if you were a trader. But like I say,
Have you seen penny shares?
I'm aware of them. They do that in The Wolf of Wall Street, don't they? I think that's how he makes his money in that.
Yeah, so like penny shares are like exactly that. So it's like a penny a share. So if you buy £100 worth of penny shares, it only needs to go up a penny, and you've doubled your money.
Yeah.
So a lot of people play with like penny shares, and if you were from the future and you knew that shares at 1p were going to go up to 3p, you could quite easily like triple your money.
I suppose so, but you'd still have missed. You'd still miss. You'd still miss. Not every single transaction you make would be on the.
Yeah, unless you were from the future.
Unless you were from the future, yeah. That's what I mean.
You knew exactly what was happening.
Yeah. So I suppose that's sort of like people have tried to raise that as a sort of point of sort of debunking the story, but it doesn't really work for me, because if he was from the future, then
that proves even more that he was from the future.
Yeah, I guess so. But the fact that it's I think
the only physical way you could do it.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is that confessing to be a time traveler, it's quite illogical, really. You know, from a sort of strategical standpoint. I think I'd imagine a genuine time travel would probably want to avoid detection, particularly if they were engaging in illegal activities.
Yeah, but he thought that was the only way he could get out of jail, didn't he? Because, mind you, if they accuse him of insider trading, they'd have to prove where he got the knowledge from.
Yeah. So
They can't just say,
I don't
"Oh,
know.
well, you know too much, so
He's
we're
made a
putting
lot
you
of
in
money.
jail," which
Yeah.
you'd just be really, really lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
I just think that if you were from the future, you'd probably be a bit less worried. Look at me making loads of money here.
Yeah,
You don't
there's
need
my
that much
time
money.
machine.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that the story exemplifies how sensational media can blur the lines between sort of fact and fiction.
But
I think it's really predominant today as well, because I think that something needs to happen. Like, people need to be more educated, and it sounds really patronizing. I don't mean it like that. I think people need to be more aware about online things and that not everything online is true. I didn't mean to patronize anybody there, but yeah, I think I do it myself, like football rumors. Oh, yeah, we're signing Mbappe because so and so said, and it's just like, it's not even true. It's just because someone's posted it and put like a link or an @ sign next to the post and stuff. It's like, it's really easy to fall into the trap.
Yeah, there was about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe more than that, because I think he's long retired now. There was a rumour that Robin van Persie was signing for Rangers, and the rumour got so strong that they actually suspended betting on it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It all started from some guy just basically saying, "I've seen him in Glasgow." And it just went mental.
There was a fascinating story. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was going to say, but you're not being patronising in the sense that we've both got kids, and kids are like sponges, and the amount of times Erin's been in the kitchen making something that she's seen on TikTok. If you mix, bleach and washing up liquid and put flour in it, it makes this flubber, and like mental stuff that
before you know, the whole house is gassed and everyone's just had a 60-hour kip.
They believe anything, and they'll argue with you, and you'll say, "I know I'm right." No, you're not, because I've fucking seen it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And you're like, but it's bullshit. They put all these ingredients, and then they switch the camera off, and then they buy something from the shop, put it down, and go, "Look, there you go."
I know, it's
just bollocks. So you're not patronising because you're right. People need to be more aware of it.
Yeah, like some of the AI stuff that I see these days. I mean, some of it's slop, isn't it? Like just crap. But some of it is really it makes you go, and then you'll just see something very sort of small or minor in the photo or the video or whatever, and you go, okay, I get it now. That's really clever, and it's only going to get stronger, and the technology is only going to get better. So before you know it, it'll be even difficult to detect.
See, I've heard, and this could be bollocks, because everything could be bollocks nowadays, but I've heard that Google, Microsoft, and Apple are working on basically automatic AI detection, so that anything that goes up on social media platforms, if it's AI, it gets detected and an AI label gets put on it.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that's
that you know.
Good.
And one of the photos I used in last week's podcast, you'll notice there's a tiny little AI in the corner, because Google put that in there.
Did they? They've done it for you?
Yeah.
Are they going to do it on the one from last week? Do you reckon? The AI.
It was on the clock. On the clock.
Oh, was it on there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the one with the clock. It's subtle in the corner, but there's a little AI label.
Right. Yeah, I need to make it. I think need to make it bigger.
Yeah, but I think that the technology can surely tell if something's made by technology, which is frightening, really. So
yeah, it is a bit. Isn't it?
But they'll need to do something, because kids are impressionable, and you got to be careful with them.
So I think that's pretty much it. I do have a bit more, but I think that's as far as I want to go, really. So what do you think? Do you think this guy's real?
No,
I don't think so either. I think it's the records more than the.
Yeah,
there should be some record, unless it's a cover up.
Well, maybe he didn't disappear. Maybe he's just in some government facility now, and
Yeah, and all the financial records were wiped, and no one ever speaks it again. That's
he's just
a possibility.
lying on some bed, getting things put in him and stuff to try and find out if he's definitely a time traveler.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's from 200 years in the future, does he?
Well, maybe he's just dressed up to look like you would today.
He looks like a school janitor.
Have another look at him.
Yeah. He looks fucked as well.
Well, it's tiring, isn't it?
I don't know how you time travel. I don't know. Is it tiring to just sit in a machine, or like he looks like he's taking a lot of drugs?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
I'm from the future, mate.
Yeah.
Right, so let me just conclude then.
Go on.
So the story of Andrew Carlssin occupies a unique place in the crossroads of myth, media, and modern folklore. Born from a tabloid's imagination, yet embraced by the curious public, it embodies the human fascination with time travel, secret knowledge, and the tantalizing possibility of glimpsing and exploring the future. A critical examination reveals the tale's lack of factual basis and its origins as satire. Yet, its endurance in popular culture underscores how such stories fulfill psychological and cultural needs, the desire for mystery, power, and the understanding of an uncertain world. Andrew Carlson's legend teaches us not only about the allure of an extraordinary claim, but also about the importance of critical thinking and media literacy in navigating the flood of information in the digital age. Whether as cautionary tale or entertainment, the myth of Andrew Carlssin invites us to reflect on the boundaries between fact and fiction, the nature of truth, and humans' enduring dream of mastering time itself.
Wow.
There we have it. Andrew Carlssin.
Yeah.
So that's it from me.
I was going to say, I'd love it to be real. I'd love some.
Well, that's it. That's
Do you know
so
what I want
popular.
to know? I want to know what was his other business. Like he said, I didn't come just to get the $350 million. There was something else, some other shit I had to take care of.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what the personal business was.
Yeah, well, you'll never know because I don't think it's real.
Maybe. Yeah. So, James, that was it.
Attacked by a fly, yeah.
So, James, that was an interesting story. Like I said, it's one that I wish was real. Some of these stories, God, I think, he's done no harm, really, has he?
Yeah.
Who does it harm trading? No one. Really. He's not taking money from people, is he?
No. Yeah. But he's not even a real person, so it doesn't matter. It didn't happen. It's not real. But I think it's a really kind of interesting tale because of the way that we're affected by media and how it can manipulate our thoughts and how things get sensationalized really easily.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it just explodes and then it just fizzles out really quickly. This one I like because it's actually interesting rather than just someone with a mad haircut or something. Or says something some bollocks like that. This is actually an interesting tale. Whereas these days it just seems to be someone says something weird or funny, or they've got a strange haircut and they're famous, or they can eat something weird or something like that, and they're famous for 24 hours. They make a shed load of money and then they just disappear into space and you never see them again. At least this is famous.
The Hawk 2 girl.
Yeah, I was thinking about, but I didn't want to sort of say. But in case we get sued. I get sued. No one fucking listens to it. But yeah, at least this is at least someone's put some effort into this. This guy who made up this story, fair dues. I hope he's written a book somewhere or something because I bet it'd be a great science fiction book.
But again, last week's, it could be a good film. Yeah, sick of seeing remakes of films all the time. Do you know they went to the cinema to watch I Know What You Did Last Summer? I said, I remember that film was out when we were kids. Well, they've remade it again. Fucking write a new film.
They did Scream again recently, didn't they?
Yeah, just write something new.
And a new Toy Story's coming out. What the fuck. Like
4 was
3,
one too many.
3 was good because that was like a perfect end, wasn't it? And then they just did 2 more. It's like pointless. Like somebody think of something new.
Yeah.
Like a new idea. I think everyone's just so worried that it's going to flop because they spend so much money on it all. They think like, well, people like him, so let's make more of them.
But the other one that gets me is Disney are doing all these live action films of their cartoons, but they've got nearly as much CGI as the fucking cartoons had in the first place.
So they might as well be cartoons.
Yeah, it's like the live action of The Lion King wasn't real lions that they used. It was
Should have
all
done.
CGI.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Real lion. The most dangerous, dangerous film set in history.
We need another director.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right,
cool.
that's me for this week. Thank you everyone so
Amazing.
much for listening. Please like and subscribe. I don't like begging, but just do it. Buy us a coffee if you want. Comments. I really like comments if they're nice.
Yes.
If they're nice,
give
be
some
nice.
comments. I still haven't
soul.
responded to that lady yet. So.
Oh, haven't you? Who told us we were fucking ruining everything or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we try our best. Thank you, everyone. Cheers, Fraser. Yeah. Take care. Till next time.
Thanks, James. Good night. See you later.